everybody. So we're coming up against a deadline for TransactionDesk to go away. So if you are using the TransactionDesk system for your digital signatures or your paperless management, you're going to want to really pay attention to this quick video. What you need to do is, if you've got any PDFs, anything that you're working on currently right now, they need to take priority. But if you have documentation that's inside of TransactionDesk that you want to move over to Remine, we have to do that manually. Nothing's going to automatically sync over for you. So what I'd like for you to do is, first step is log into Paragon. Once you've logged into Paragon, you're going to need to click on Resources and then click on TransactionDesk. Let me make my screen a little bit smaller here so y'all can see. I'm going to click No on this window that's popped up. Fix this real quick. All right, so over on the left-hand side, you should see the Transactions button. If you can't see it, click on the hamburger menu, which are these three horizontal lines here, and it should pop out this menu option over to the left. So you'll go ahead and click on Transactions, and that's going to pull up every transaction that you've ever created inside of TransactionDesk, okay? If you've got some that you have archived, then you'll need to pull those out, but if you don't have any that are, they should all show here. So what I want you to do next is decide which one you want to download, and we're going to download the PDF. So you're going to click on these three dots over here to the right, and then you're going to click on Signings. Signings is going to take you directly to the completed signings portion. So you might have several different signing options here. Go ahead and click on the three dots again and click on View Signed PDF. And what that's going to do is it's going to open up Adobe PDF on your browser screen. But what we want to do next is we want to find the download button. Typically, it's at the top of your browser area, right above wherever you see the PDF. So go ahead and click the Download PDF button. And if you're using Google Chrome, it's going to show up down here at the bottom. Just double click on it. Or if you are familiar with downloads, it'll always have it'll go straight into the download section. We're going to clean this up just a little bit for better filing. So I'm going to click on the download button one more time. And I'm going to download this to my desktop. I created a file before I got started. So if you haven't created a file yet, you could always just right click and click New and then Folder if you're on a PC, and that will create a new folder for you. So I created a folder called Closed Files. And I'm going to take off this consumer information booklet. It's of no need to us. It's just the name that the system throws out there. It has nothing, no information, no reason to save it. So I'm going to go ahead and click Save. And really, you're done at this point. So what I would like for you to do at this stage is I'd like for you to go over to Paragon again, or back out, but find your Paragon tab at the top of your screen and click on sorry, let me get this out of here. So click on Resources and then click on Remine. And once you click on Remine, it's going to take you to the Remine dashboard area. We don't want to worry about this today. We're going to go ahead and click on Docs over on the left-hand side. And this is going to take you into the paperless system. So the fastest way to do this is to come right here and click on, you're not going to see this switch account. That's a broker level access. You're only going to see create transaction or upload a file. The fastest method to do this is click upload a file. And we're going to grab our file. So select it with your mouse and then click open. And you're going to see that it's thinking. So this little thing, this little guy right here says it's doing its thing. And then you got the check mark that says it's ready to go. You're going to go ahead and click continue. If you received this, check your document for consistency. That came up prior. I've seen this before. Typically what it means is that you've got a horizontal document in with a vertical document, which is fine. So just go ahead and click continue. and it's going to ask you where you want to put that particular file that you're uploading. I've already created a folder that I'm going to drop them into, but for you, since you haven't done it yet, all you need to do is come down here to the bottom and click on Create New Folder and name your folder. I'm going to put 2-closed files. But you get the gist. Once you name your folder, you're going to come down here and click Done. Since I don't need this, I'm going to just X out of it. And I'm going to double click on Closed File. And then I'm going to click Done. And it's going to move it over there for me. So here are the files that are there. You can put as many as you want to. If you are super familiar with emailing things, you can always just use the email function, which is actually kind of fun. So let's see if we can make that work. So I'm going to highlight it. I'm going to copy it. I'm going to come back over here to TransactionDesk, and we're going to click here. See where it says Forward Documents? Click on Forward Documents, and I'm going to paste that email address in and click Send. Let's go back over to Remine and see if it showed up. Go back. Might take a minute. However, I do warn you that if you do use the forwarding option, it does take several minutes for it to show up here in your transactions, and it may slow down your process, or you may forget where you are in the process of moving documents over. So I wouldn't suggest it, but if you feel like you can handle that, go for it. It's a more advanced move to take, but if you can do it, go for it. That's really all you need to do, is to move those transactions over. Now, if you have not really used the transaction type of filing system, you can always come over to signings, and then it should have every signing that you've ever had here, and you would basically do the same process. And don't forget that we have the classic tab over here. So anything that you need to change over, then you need to do that there. So if I go back over to transactions and I go to signings and see, we've got this tab, check and make sure that there's nothing hanging out underneath that classic tab. Most of you won't have anything there because of the time frame that we've used this in. We really haven't had much going on in the classic section. But do remember that the Real Estate Commission requires that you keep your paperwork for 3 years. Here at RE/MAX First Choice, we like to say 7, maybe even 10. So whatever you've got in there, please take the time to move that over. You will have until January 5th right now, but I'm trying to get you guys to have some urgency about it. And December 31st, these need to be moved over. All right. If you have any questions, you can always reach out to me or someone here in the office, and we can help you figure all this out.